What's good, YouTube? Happy 2019. Even though the holidays have passed, I'm back with one more holiday review. But first, let me tell you something, YouTube. Tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, Hulkamania is running wild all over the Amway Center, brother. And to celebrate, I'm here with a review of Santa with Muscles, starring the Hulkster. This movie came out in 1996 and begins with a little girl writing a letter to Santa, asking him to protect them from the evil Mr. Frost, who wants to take over the town. Hulk Hogan plays millionaire Mr. Thorne. While running from the law, Mr. Thorne disguises himself as Santa Claus in a mall, and he loses his memory, leading him to believing he is the real Santa Claus, thanks to the help of Lenny the Elf. Lenny owes money to Mr. Frost, and he tries to steal from Thorne to pay it off. Santa beats up a few guys that's trying to steal money being raised for an orphanage. It turns out the little girl who's writing Santa lives in the orphanage, and this is the last place in town Mr. Frost needs to buy out. Santa gets into it with Mr. Frost's men, and Lenny begins to help Mr. Frost. Mr. Santa Thorne gets his memory back later, and he still wants to help the orphanage, but is tricked into believing they no longer want his help. It's then revealed that Mr. Frost wants what's in the vault underneath the city. Lenny the Elf feels guilty and alerts Santa of Mrs. Frost's plan. In the end, Santa Thorne tries to save the day with the help of the kids and Lenny the Elf. It turns out Frost and Mr. Thorne have a history with the orphanage, and that was a nice twist to the story. The vault blows up and destroys the orphanage. Mr. Thorne then makes his mansion the new orphanage. On a side note, I was surprised to see Garrett Morris, who played Earl in the sitcom Two Broke Girls, in this film. There was also a little non-believing ass Mila Kunis as Sarah. However, I first noticed her name in the beginning of the movie, so I knew to look for her. There's also another wrestler in the movie playing one of Mr. Frost's henchmen, but I won't spoil for anyone that may want to watch this movie later. There's also a Santa lamp on the table in the movie that my mom had since I was a baby, and that was an added surprise. Overall, I think this was an okay movie, but it's probably not something I'll ever watch again. There are, however, worse movies out there, and at least this movie made sense. I wouldn't make this one of my top choices for a Christmas movie or a movie in general, but with it only being an hour and a half long, it doesn't take a lot of your time, and it may be okay if you had the free time and you just don't know what else to watch one day.